Get her done.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 351st edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. Happy Halloween, guys. I do not dress like this every day walking around the house, as you guys can see. For those of you guys listening on the replay, I would strongly advise that you certainly watch the video replay. I, of course, am, I don't know what you call it, a judo master, karate master, or whatever. But I'm celebrating Halloween. Of course, my guest tonight is a man who always looks good. Silent J Mr. 25 says, sweep the leg. You know what? I actually need to change my sign to hashtag sweep the leg. I actually had a bit of a stomach issue this morning and all day today. And I had that in my mind to put hashtag sweep the leg on my sign. But when I go on the brother pill a bit later on, I think I might do that classic fucking movie. Kevin, listen, man, I think you and I are about you. We're of the same generation. Do you remember Karate Kid?
Dude, I have 3 black belts. Yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, well, of
course. Yeah. I remember Karate Kid very well. I was born in '69, but hell, in the '80s, you know how many fuckers I actually fought who tried to use that damn crane maneuver? I'm like,
swear to God, dude. Nobody ever tried to use it on me, man. Fuck.
Well, I enjoyed the match.
and listen, I'll also tell you this. There is a YouTube series about, it's like a continuation like 35 years later.
Oh, yes.
The blonde kid who got kicked in the face by the crane or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he starts up like the Cobra Kai dojo and everything. And I
binge watched it. I binge watched Cobra Kai.
Is it any good?
Dude, let me tell you something. Cobra Kai is YouTube Red is going to be a thing. Cobra Kai, I watched one episode thinking it was going to be cheesy. I found myself 13 hours later fucking pumped. I felt like a white dude who saw Rocky for the first time. I was like, go Rocky! I saw this shit. I was like, I was back in the 80s, back in my shit. I'm like, yeah. And the show was great. It was absolutely great.
I have got to check it out because it's funny. I saw the commercial, and we'll get to what we're talking about here in just a minute. I remember the commercial starts out with the final scene in the first Karate Kid where he does the crane.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really do anything. He just kind of inches forward. Daniel kicks him in the face, and then it's over. Well, when he drops, he kicks him in the face, and then the screen kind of pans out, and all of a sudden, the blonde kid, I don't even know what the guy's name is, he wakes up, he's got beers around him, he's, 40-something years old, and Daniel Russo is now the successful car salesman, and he meets up with, like, these punk teenage kids, and he kicks their asses, and he's like, you know what, I'm starting up Cobra Kai, and I was like, yo, I am in, I'm here for it, man, so I'm glad to hear that it's actually a pretty good series, man. I might check that out.
I think his name was Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. All I know is, like I said, hashtag sweep the leg. We are brought to you in part by 1821manmade.com, your home for all of your beard grooming needs. 1821 Man-Made is a sponsor of mine, thanks in large part to Kevin Samuels himself. Kevin Samuels introduced me to Aston LaFawn of 1821 manmade.com, and Aston LaFawn got a hold. Kevin put me in touch with Aston LaFawn, and I think that was almost a year ago, and they have been a proud sponsor of TSR Live ever since then. We are also brought to you by happyhippoherbals.com, your home for the highest quality kratom on the planet for an energy boost, laser focus, and energy boost, laser focus, and enhanced mood. Look no further than Happy Hippo Kratom. Go to happyhippoherbals.com now and save 20% when you pay with Bitcoin. Kevin, the reason I have you on today is we had a very short conversation yesterday, and one thing that I have, one thing that I always have, our conversations are very productive. They don't last very long. Mm-hmm. And yesterday I discussed with you the reason I wanted to have you on the show. And a lot of guys say, okay, I don't know how to dress. I want to be more attractive to women. And so I hire a style consultant guy. I hire Kevin Samuels or a Tanner Guzzi, or anyone else who knows how to dress. They spend all this money on these clothes. And one show actually comes to mind, Kevin. I'm sure you're probably aware of it. It's called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah.
And these guys look so good afterwards, but something is weird about the way they look. They're not necessarily congruent. And reason for that is because their style preference is off. Yes, you look great in what you wear, but your personality, your lifestyle, what you are trying to convey is not matching up with what you are wearing. So the name, the name of this episode is "What Do Your Clothes Say About You as a Man?" Tell me, Kevin, what do your clothes say about you as a man? I've already got a compliment in here. Kevin is looking clean as usual by Fitness for Life.
Okay, so I just took off the jacket so I can actually visually show guys. Understand something. Your image or your style is a language. Have you ever gone to those martial arts schools, since you're talking about Karate Kids, say 9 martial arts style taught as 1?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's like saying speaking 9 different languages taught as 1. Do you think you could speak Mandarin, French, Latin, Greek, and etc. in one sentence and have it make sense? No. Same thing. That concept doesn't make any sense. There are 9 different style personalities. A shirt is a shirt is a shirt, but it's the style personality that it fits into, which is the language that it communicates.
Okay.
So like our first episode, we talked about drop the Jordans.
Yes. Oh God, we got a lot of heat about that. Don't wear Jordans if you want to be taken serious.
But here's the thing. Now, for you who know me and for the guys who typically watch me, if I busted up on this live stream in some Off-White or some Supreme, some shit like that, and I had on some retro Jordans,
the shit would be clean.
But would it make sense for who you know? You look at me and be like, yeah, that's cool, but that's not you.
Right, right.
I would be speaking a different clothing language than who I am. You are congruent. Your image actually makes sense when the person you are here is reflected out here.
Yes.
And that's why that Queer Eye thing doesn't work. They basically put a guy in a costume. Today's the Halloween. I can put you in a costume and that can be a bespoke $10,000 double-breasted suit.
Right.
But it's still a costume if it doesn't fit your style personality.
So you mean to tell me I can't wear this getup the other 364 days a year, Kevin? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I'm hitting post today. I was like, today is the only day where the average black, with a lot of black women's hair makes sense. If your hair only makes sense on Halloween, there's a problem. Purple is not a normal thing.
Oh yes, Sharpe Assist asks, are we taking calls today? Yes, 914-205-5356. If you have a question for Kevin, you can either call the number or you can put it in the chat. Kevin, you hit the nail on the head. For all you sisters, and listen, there are a lot of white girls out there too that have some fucked up hair. If your hair only makes sense on October 31st, then you probably got the wrong hairdo.
You just got something going on. So the whole thing comes down to style personality. Style personality just means who you ultimately are in your heart of hearts. And then what that means, what the boots that Donovan Sharpe with his bad boy style personality will be drastically different than the boots Kevin Samuels puts on with his European style personality.
Right.
But it's still a boot. And that's the difference.
Okay. So how does one, and I know that you guys can't see me on the screen, you can only see Kevin. I'm going to change that here in just a second. How does a man go about, because I think that's the most important thing, Kevin. I think that it's great to look good, but how does one decide what their style personality is?
This is a difficult question because for the average guy, it's hard for anyone to figure out their style personality, professionals or otherwise.
Okay.
The average person does not wear 70 to 80% of their clothing. The reason,
wow.
Because I say, Donovan, if I were to tell you, we're going to go meet any particular situation, we're going to meet this person, we're going to go on this business meeting, we're going to do these things, you would automatically know what in your closet actually would work for that situation to put you in the mindset you need to be in.
Right. That's exactly right.
So like when you're about to go, let's say if we're going to go out of town, let's say I lived in New York City, you lived in Miami. And I said, Donovan, we're going to have a fellas trip. We're going to go out on a fellas trip to Vegas.
Right.
You know what the fuck you go in your closet to get and pack for Vegas.
Exactly right.
Because it has to work in Vegas to get you the most opportunities to have that great weekend. So 70 to 80% of our stuff doesn't work because it's that not speaking the right language. Okay. And what I seek to do with the style personality is basically make almost 100% of everything you wear fit. The easiest way to get your style personality is actually work with a consultant.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
In 1 hour, I or someone like myself can tell you what your style personality is, and you can invest in that in 1 hour versus you going to the store and having them all tell you this shirt or this sweater or this jacket, and you can't, but each one of those, you have to hope they're right. You can't make a mistake. How many times have you bought something and you thought it was a good idea, or you know people that bought something you thought was a good idea and they turned around and never wore it, has tags on it?
I've done that before.
So that's a way. So that money would have been better spent investigating to a style consultant. So they could have said, yeah, that's not your style personality. A lot of times my biggest value for guys is telling them what doesn't work for them.
Oh, okay. So and the interesting thing is I think that most guys know what does look good on them. And it's just like game. Like we can actually relate this to the red pill lifestyle. We all know what we want in a woman. We want a woman who looks good, cooks good, sucks good, stays in pocket, etc., etc. But where a lot of guys get tripped up is that they don't know what not to look for. We know all of the slut tells, purple hair, nose rings, tattoos, etc. But it's the nondescript slut tell, the undercover slut tells. If she lives by herself, if she works out at a meathead gym, if she works in a call center, these are all things that are normal everyday parts of life according to the feminist standard today. So how does that relate to what guys think in terms of what they wear? They know what to wear for the most part, but they don't know what not to wear. And you see some pretty terrible examples out there.
Well, first, a horse is a horse is a horse is a horse. Knowing what, if you're going to wear boots, knowing what boots to wear, like I just gave the example,
right?
That means more than anything else. But knowing that, even if you can't say, well, you know what, I need a black leather jacket and I need some boots,
right?
All right. Even if you can't find the ones you need to, but you know they're not cowboy boots. You know that your black leather jacket is not the kind that looks like, like the Fonz would wear or some shit. It just depends on, you would know, oh yeah, saying you need a suit or you need a shirt or you need a sweater. Knowing that your style personality is bad boy, Brooks Brothers is not going to be your shit.
Right, of course.
So you can just go ahead and mark anything Brooks Brothers off your list forever. So if somebody came along and said, Donovan, Brooks Brothers is having a 99% off sale, and you can get, and you're like, great, but I don't wear Bucks. I don't wear these white shoes that look like I fit on a golf cart. That's not me. So I can just skip it. Knowing what to skip helps you not have a bunch of waste.
Right. And I like leather. Like, I mean, you've seen what my watch looks like. My watch is it's a big, thick leather cuff. The button, I mean, they're shell casings from a 38 caliber Winchester. Also, a 12 gauge shotgun. And then of course I've got the handcuff, I've got the handcuff necklace. So yeah, that would not look good with a Brooks Brothers suit. We've actually got a caller on the line. Let's go to the phone lines here. Area code 205. You're on live with Donovan and special guest Kevin Samuels. Go ahead.
What's up, Donovan? What's up, Kevin? How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Is this Red Jedi?
Nah.
Oh man, I thought it was Red Jedi again. What's up, man? How you doing?
You know what? The funny thing about it, I was trying to explain some of these things, these principles to my nephew. The first thing when I look at Kevin, he's dressed casual, but what he's wearing fits his physique.
Right.
And so what I try to explain is, first of all, get in shape. So Kevin's in shape. Now he's not like super buff, but he's thin and lean. And so his clothes reflect that. And so I think that's a key thing. First of all, get your ass in shape.
Fit over fashion.
I don't want to see if you guys thought about that.
Well, coming to my channel, I try to make complicated concepts simple.
Right.
So everyday guys, you don't have to be a fucking master of fashion. Just remember what I say. Fit over fashion, which means fit is more important than a brand. A $5 t-shirt that fits is better than a $5,000 suit that doesn't. Fit over fashion. Then quality is better than quantity.
Right.
Better to have the best quality you can afford with the best fit than a bunch of name brand expensive shit that looks terrible. And then after that, it's really just a matter of style preference. If guys can really focus on the 3 F's, you can look good and differentiate yourself from other men.
Okay.
Footwear, frames, fragrance. And we'll get more into that later on.
Footwear, frames, and fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
And my guess is that Kevin, give me 1 second. Kevin looks good right now because of the frames. I actually like your glasses, man.
Mm-hmm.
The glasses are clean. Footwear, I'm sure you're probably wearing some really nice shoes. And then, of course, fragrance. You look like you smell good.
Right.
By the way, Kevin does have a YouTube channel. This guy's got 24,000 subscribers. So I'm going to put this Kevin Samuels channel. You guys need to subscribe to this guy. This guy knows his shit. This guy was not dumb enough to get his YouTube channel taken away. I unfortunately couldn't help myself. Area code 205. When you're talking to your nephew about now, actually, let me ask both of your opinion, because you guys both seem to know what you're talking about, at least in terms of fit over fashion. A lot of guys like myself, I would like to think, well, hey, I've told people, hey, listen, if you're in good shape, if you're in great shape, no matter what you wear, you're going to look good. If you're in good shape, you can wear a white V-neck T-shirt, a clean pair, a good clean pair of blue jeans that fit, that look good, and I don't know, a pair of $40 skateboard shoes, maybe a watch and some aviator shades, and you're looking good. What do you think, Kevin? Does it matter what you're wearing, or does fit really trump all when it comes to that stuff?
Fit trumps everything, because you can be in great shape, but your body proportion, let's say you have broad shoulders, let's say you have your shoulders may be one size, your waist is another.
Right.
So if you automatically run around in a XXX to fit your shoulders, what is it going to say around your waist? It's going to be flapping in the wind. Right. So going and get things nipped and tucked to where it actually accentuates your shape and helps you maintain that masculine silhouette and masculine frame. That's really what it comes down to, fit. It just means your clothes should not be a distraction. Your clothes should be an enhancement, and they should really help just move the conversation on to where they're not focusing on, there's something not quite right about this presentation.
Right. This segues perfectly into this next question. Joby Juan Coyote says, can we discuss peacocking? And of course, Kevin, I'm sure you know all about peacocking, right? You probably see it in the fashion industry all the time. Is peacocking good? Is it bad? Is it 90s cheesy PUA? What are your thoughts on that?
Your clothes should not be the centerpiece.
Okay, there we go.
A man needs to pick his clothes out with care, be purposeful in putting them on, and then forget about it. If I come up and start hollering at a chick in the real, we're not talking the PUA stuff, but if I come and start talking to somebody, a chick or a business colleague, I should just look credible in their eyes. It should not be to the point where my cologne is screaming to the point of like, okay, this smells good, but it's too much. I should not be wearing, I'm in a business meeting, but I'm in a fucking white tie and tails. That's a bit much.
Right, I would say so.
I shouldn't be going to, sit at my kid's little league game and then I'm in a double-breasted suit. Nor should I go to the office and I'm in linen pants and some flip-flops and a t-shirt. We all know, we all work on archetypes. Just like you talked about the slut tails. Right. We have archetypes in our mind that map. And you have to, if you're going to be in that position, you have to map to the archetype. Case in point. If me, you, and 205 were in a different city in a different city and we were completely lost, we were in a mall and we were lost, and we were trying to find out where to go. There's a man in a suit. There's a guy in flip-flops, tennis shoes, and a t-shirt. There's a girl over there who's got purple hair and everything else. Who are you going to ask for directions?
You're going to ask someone who's familiar with the area.
You're going to look at these three people. And which one of those three people would you ask for directions? Most people will go to the guy in the suit because we associate the suit with being a boss, being a manager, being somebody, an authority. You sit back and say, well, which one of these people is going to be able to give me the directions? Now that person may be the least. That person may just be there, but that's what we work towards. That's our mind. It works toward these archetypes. So the question about fit, it's fit more than anything else. And if guys can just focus on sizing down in their everything, sizing down one tends to help a lot of guys.
Okay.
The biggest problem is most guys want to feel bigger than they are. You know, I'm 6'4", 195 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
For the, how many people in the chat room do we have right now?
I've got 56 looking right now.
So if I ask the 56 people in the chat room right now, quickly, what size shirt do I wear? Quickly. I'm 6'4", almost 200 pounds.
Shit, man. I have no idea.
And let's just see what happens. You'll be surprised.
I've actually got someone in the chat who's 5'7", 155 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan or Steven says, what should a 25-year-old black male wear? Now, here's the thing, Kevin. And I've got a caller in the queue. I'm going to get to them in just a second. The thing is this, Kevin. A lot of people, and again, fit over fashion for sure. There is no doubt about that. The problem is that, yeah, 5'7", 150. The problem is that there are so many more questions that need to be asked to figure out someone's style preference, right? I mean, you know, what looks good on you? What kind of things are you interested in? What is your personality, right? Like you can't now, nobody wants to, you know, peacocking obviously is a thing of the past, but if you're going to pull it off, you can't be a guy who's an introvert, if you know what I mean. If you're really gonna do something as foolhardy as peacocking, you better have the personality to match it. You can't go with the rugged outdoorsman look if you're a homebody. So what kind of questions would you ask someone to ask themselves? Hey, we need to find out what your style preference. So what questions are you going to ask someone who's trying to find out what their style preference is?
You're giving away my secret sauce. Because when I deal with somebody, they have to answer a lot of questions. I have to have a questionnaire, but the questionnaire in and of itself is not a be-all end-all tool. I ask guys one simple question. You need to know who you really are. So here's a question. If I was an animal, what kind of animal would I be? Now, that answer only makes sense if you know why it's asked. Here's something you can ask yourself. Whose style in popular media do I like and why? What do I like about it? And then try to emulate that. Yep. See, a lot of black men, when you ask that question, one of the things that comes back more often than not is Idris Elba. I like Idris Elba's style. Yeah, but Idris Elba where?
Oh, wow. Yes.
He was Hamdall. He's been this. I was like, when you say Idris Elba, what most people mean, you mean Stringer Bell on The Wire. Yeah, that Idris Elba. I'm like, well, you gotta really get down. So asking yourself whose style you like and why, and then just saying, I like it because it's masculine, but it's functional.
Right.
Right. And then knowing the 9 style personalities and what falls into the categories is more than anything else. And here's the thing, guys. That's why I say it is so much better use of time to actually just work with a consultant to help them map it out for you. Because by the time you spend 10, 12, you're going to spend a lot of time doing this, and you can't be wrong. That's the thing. You have no margin for error doing it on your own. Let's see. In the chat room, we got
a guess. Lee Brown says 17 neck 37 sleeve for your dude size shirt.
So here's medium. Another guy said medium, large. Most people, I wear between a medium and a small.
Okay.
Between a medium and a small. But the thing is, that's just these American shirt sizes. But the thing is, I said it before, a guy needs to know his measurements. Neck size, his arm length, his chest size, and his waist. Okay. Then you can know what should fit you, and then kind of go from there. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, let's go back to the phone lines here. Caller who has blocked their number or calling from outside the country, you are on live with Donovan and Kevin. Go ahead.
Could be a troller.
We'll find out here in a second. Caller, are you with me? All right, I guess not. I didn't hear anything on the other. I didn't hear anything.
So, did we want to get? Were we going to do
the 3 Fs? Let's do 3 Fs, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the frames, the footwear, and the fragrance.
Okay.
And I agree with you. I think those, and the reason I agree with you is because you know style preference. I don't. Why are those things? And I think I might know why, but I want you to tell us because you obviously know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Why do you think that these 3 things are the most important in terms of style?
All right. So, guys, understand something. Right now, you're looking at what I have on right now. It is a black cashmere t-shirt, a black cashmere sweater, and I have on black jeans.
Right.
This is what I would call a canvas.
Okay.
Any guy can wear this and look good. But the difference is, what is your footwear going to say? If I had on tennis shoes or something like that, if I had on Jordans or something like that, this would look completely different.
Right.
I can change this look so much just by choosing a different color boot.
So right there,
I pulled out a shit ton of boots because right now I'm wearing black boots. This outfit looks different with this versus this versus this.
Okay.
Versus these. It's all footwear. And the footwear a guy wears, let's focus on footwear. Your footwear communicates so much.
And listen, before you get started, you just pulled out 5 pairs of shoes. You're wearing one, you pulled out 4 pairs of shoes. That's 5 different outfits. Like that.
So your footwear communicates status. It communicates to a certain degree perceived wealth.
Right.
Shoes back in the day used to be most people didn't have shoes. So only the richest people or the wealthy people had good footwear. And especially as a man, when you have on grown damn man shoes, people look at you differently. People who follow my channel watch this often. Now, all of those are just boots, but it really matters about, like I said, it's the foundation of every outfit. And of course, how many girls do you know, women love their shoes and their bags?
Yes, they do.
So they pay attention to your shoes and your bag too, but men do it too. I've taken clients to Chamber of Commerce meetings, and I say, I want you to look at the decision makers or the owners, look in their eyes and watch how they'll imperceptibly keep looking down at a guy's shoes if they look bad. Because guys don't really look at it. But once they get clued in, they're like, damn, he does keep looking down at the shoes. I'm like, yeah, because he's got on busted, dusty shoes and he got on a suit. But you got to think, do I want this guy to be my consultant or not? Do I want to give this guy any money if he couldn't even shine his? It sends a bad message. Right. It's not congruent. So it's like, am I going to invest my money here? But then you get some guy that comes in with a suit from Suit Supply, which I love, and then just with a pair of shoes that has a nice shine on them. It's like, okay, this makes sense. I'd be happy to do that.
It's almost like someone who hires, and Fitness for Life, my guess is probably it's probably a personal trainer. I'm going to have another guy that I met at the 21 convention by the name of Bube. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. It's almost like putting your trust in someone who, like, if you want to hire someone to help you out with fitness, they got to be in good shape.
Yep.
If you want someone who is a financial advisor, they can't be driving a busted, 1984 Nissan Sentra that they can barely pay for. You have to look the part. You have to be the part. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Area code 404. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Donovan, what's good? It's Chase LeBeau.
Chase LeBeau, what's going on, brother?
Oh, it's all good. Just
man, hold on. Wait.
Caught one.
Real quick, Chase. Now, I know you're calling from Atlanta, and I hear sirens in the background.
Yes.
So, you're either in College Park, East Point, or dare I say, Bankhead. You in one of those areas?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm just north of the amphitheater and just south of what used to be Turner Field.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So you're good. I actually stayed out there when I went to Atlanta. I stayed at the Ramada Centennial Park, right across from where Muhammad Ali lit the torch. shitty hotel, by the way. I don't mean to give them, bad advertisement, but listen, if you were calling me from Clayton County, that'd be all right. But if you're calling me from Bankhead, I'd be like, yo, Chase, get off the phone, save yourself, call me back later.
Right.
So what's going on, Chase? How you doing?
It's all good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man.
What about you, Kevin?
I'm good, man. I'm sitting here working. Just working. What do you got for us?
Okay. All right, here's what we got. And you all may not know this, but I'm a cologne fiend. And in my blue pill days, I wasted tons of money on trying to find the perfect fragrance or fragrances. And I gave away and sold more than I won. So my question is, how do I find out what colognes are right for me without breaking the bank? Because I tried Scentbird, but Scentbird doesn't have the latest stuff out yet. So I'm trying to figure out what can I do to test out these fragrances and see what I like and then what other people find and compliment me on.
Oh, well, like anything else.
I'm gonna put the camera directly on Kevin so that he can see, because I saw what you just did there with all the
like anything else, you got to know what you like. Like for me, I know the fragrance notes I like. I like rose, I like amber, and I like oud. Now, those are my fragrances. But you gotta know why you're wearing a fragrance. Are you going to work? Are you going out on a date? Are you going to? Are you going? Where are you going to be? You got to pick a fragrance based on occasion and then what you did. I do fragrance reviews all the time. So what I do is I review a fragrance and tell you how well it's complemented, how well it performs, where to wear it, what kind of style personality best goes with it, and then my overall opinion. In general,
all right,
a man can always wear clean, fresh, inoffensive. Yeah. The show's sponsor, 1821 Man Made.
Yeah.
This is the one fragrance I think that every guy should own, because this comes from a company that doesn't even specialize in fragrances. This thing is a panty dropper. It performs. They have an entire line of body products. And I'm not sponsored, but this shit just smells incredible. It smells incredible. At the end of the day, dude, if you're trying to attract what is their goal? Are you trying to just smell good all the time for you? Are you trying to get choosing signals from folks? Are you trying just to, what is it? That's what you need to know also.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. But see, my main focus is no matter where I go, what I'm doing, I'm trying to turn women's heads like, oh, that guy smells good. I want he tastes as good as he smells. That's my main focus.
Hey, you can wear 1821 Man-Made sweet tobacco spirits and do that. See, here's the one thing. I do this for a living. So you don't need a fragrance collection. I just showed you maybe 2% of my fragrance collection. That's on that little dot. That's 2%. I got over 1,000 bottles of fragrance. You don't need that. You need, the average guy needs about 6. One for the fall, one for the winter, one for the spring, one for the summer, one signature scent that goes all year round, and then one that's special occasion date night. That is a full fragrance collection.
Cool Jet 87 says the name go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying I already chose my signature. That's Dolce & Gabbana. That's the most I got.
Which one though?
Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. I think if I'm not
okay, yeah, okay. So that's a fougere. So basically, what that fits into is clean, fresh, bright. So things that fit in that category would be Acqua di Gio, Profumo. Things that would fit in that category, things are like Prada L'Homme. What are some other stuff that would fit in that category?
I like Sauvage by Dior.
Dior. The Dior that would fit in that category, yeah, Dior Sauvage. Well, it wouldn't fit in that category, but that is damn sure. That is the one fragrance I recommend to a lot of guys. Dior Sauvage and then Bleu de Chanel, because they're just universally inoffensive and they have a compliment value. Women love these things.
Yes.
But the things he's talking about, leans more towards like a barbershop kind of. It's called a fougere. You don't need to know that, but I'm just throwing it out there for. So what you would want to do is, because you have one category covered, then you would want to make sure you have something that's like a little bit more sweet. like for a date night. Again, something like this. If you have Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme to wear in the daytime, Dolce & Gabbana, the one, Eau de Parfum, is a great date night panty dropper romantic fragrance. Not getting the 6 fragrances you need, plus making sure they're well-rounded will set most guys. And where to buy fragrances. I detest paying retail. I hate it.
Good.
Find the fragrance you like and then go online to a place like Fragrance Net or Fragrance X or to, Forever Luxe. All these companies who actually sell online. You can come to my channel, and I have several different places where I buy from. I won't pay retail if I can avoid it. Why give that money away? It's the same juice at the end of the day.
Good stuff, man. Excellent information there, Chase.
As long as I get to squeeze it, that's what counts.
That's it.
Well, thanks for the call, Chase. You can call into the show anytime. Actually, I'm actually hearing something, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. It is the Dick Police, TSR Tower's favorite troll, area code 413, the Puerto Rican. I'm going to call you the Puerto Rican judge. I love this guy. He likes to call on. He likes to give me a call, call me names. He likes to call me coons. What's going on, 413? What you got for me today?
413 back in the house.
Yes, sir.
Are you celebrating a white holiday today? You still cooning, man? Really?
I think so.
Donovan, I thought I educated you about this. You still up to no good?
Still doing it, man. Still doing it. The interesting thing is I don't really know if Halloween is a white holiday. I know it's a pagan holiday, but I mean, I am wearing a white gi, so I guess that does count as me cooning.
Yeah, it's pagan. That's what it is.
Yes.
Doesn't look that bad, actually. So I'll give you that.
Appreciate it.
But why are you cooning? That's my question.
Yeah, not going to answer that. I love this guy. And listen, believe it or not, man, I've actually talked to him a few times on O'Shea's show, and he's very adversarial. He's actually starting to grow on me a little bit. Hey,
man, understand something. Your trolls work for you. They are your best marketing.
I swear to God. And by the way, area code 413, if you're still listening, I'm actually going to put together an introduction featuring you. So,
dude, understand something. I have a troll that he's my best employee. Everything I drop, he's right there. As soon as he's part of the notification squad, everything else. I was like, and here's the funny thing. For you fuckers who don't know this, a dislike counts 1.5 times more than a like.
Hell yes.
In the algorithm.
Yes, you better believe it.
I'm like, you guys are stupid.
I love that. He always my ratings always jump up. I had 56 viewers. It just jumped up to 65. So I appreciate that. Area code 40413. I call him Puerto Rican Judgment Day. Let's go back to the phone lines. Back to area code 205. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Did we get 205 already?
Yeah, I called a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah, fitness for life.
I wanted to make another point.
Okay.
I am into fitness. I'm a personal trainer. So here's the thing. Like, from listening to your shows, some of the things, the red pill knowledge, get yourself in shape, get your finances. Once you get in shape, most anything looks good on you. As far as the fragrances, I use Jimmy Choo when I'm going out. Jimmy Choo, Man Intense. When I'm in the gym, the Savage by Dior. But here's the thing. Attracting non-black women, they respect style. Okay. Not overdone, but style. The way Kevin is dressing now, that's the way I dress all the time. And non-black women will stop me and talk to me just based on the dress, based on the shoes, and they'll tell me. So you don't even have to spend a lot of money. It's just when you're in shape, everything looks good on you.
Well, yes, because most clothes are fit. Most clothes are made off of a mold. So the closer you can get to the mold, that's good. But the thing is, when you look good, your mind is good. You feel better. When you're looking good, smelling good, you feel better. So you're actually drawing more positive energy, more things. You're being more positive. Now, as far as dressing to attract outside of a race, I've always known that the way I dress makes me universally attractive.
Right.
It just simply does. It makes me universally attractive because I fit an archetype. It look clean, professional, this, that, it just fits. Now, if you dress in traditional dress in any race, you're going to attract more of that race. If you want to attract the broadest segment of people, you need to become the broadest representation while still maintaining your style, which is why the 3Fs are so important. We already hit footwear. Footwear is critically important. Fragrance. Me, 205, everybody in the chat room, we could all have on shoes, all wear this canvas, a black top and black jeans. We could all look like Smith. But if everybody closed their eyes and walked down the line of all of us, they couldn't see a damn one of us. But if they went, they could smell the one wearing 1821 man-made sweet tobacco spirits. Absolutely. And this is one of the first senses that develops when you're outside the womb, the sense of smell. Smell can take you back to your grandma's cookies. It can take you back to so many different places. Smell does things that only music and those kind of things, you can hear something to take you back. This is the closest tied to memory.
Incredibly important. A lot of guys don't pay enough attention to the scent. And listen, I was one of these guys, Kevin. Before, I remember that I'll never forget the very first time I had you on. It was episode 140. We're on episode 351, but it was episode 140. I can't tell you how much I learned. The first thing I went out and did is I got in touch with 1821manmade.com. They send me free shit all the time. And then I went and I got my smell game. I've got Aqua de Jo. I've got Sauvage by Christian Dior. The smell game has to be tight. And listen, I got a girlfriend. I want my girlfriend to be attracted to my smell. You know? Like, I want to smell good when I'm with her. And I think a lot of guys get lazy because they figure, I got a girlfriend or wife. It doesn't matter. It matters.
Well, they want you to smell good too.
Yes.
So, and the thing is, footwear means more. Shoes mean more to women than they do to men, but you can still have the 6 basic shoes you need, make sure they're quality and you're good. Then fragrance is a way for you to season yourself. You know, if some people like hot sauce, some people like putting pepper on it. This is your fragrance. Season yourself. Your woman wants to walk by with you smelling Sauvage, so she can say, man, damn, my man smells good. But she also like other bitches smelling you. Be like, oh, who is that? You smell good. that bitch is like, yeah, that's mine. Women are into that. And if you guys have noticed, I've been changing my glasses throughout because frames is the last thing. Guys, we can't change our hair that quickly. We just can't. The way a man can change his face is with facial hair or frames. As a man, whether you wear glasses or not, prescription glasses or not, is irrelevant. All you need is these.
Those are so clean. Those are clean, man.
One pair of awesome aviator glasses for any guy. So Donovan could have exactly what I'm wearing on right now. Again, let's look at it. Black shirt, black pants, black jeans. This is the bad boy look. It's the European look. It's the rugged look. It's every style personality. Well, see, the watch is, whether you have the watch on or not, I'm just saying the basics, it would all fit. So it's footwear, frames, fragrance, and you walk out the door. Now, I didn't get LASIX because I wanted to switch my glasses. So let's say I'm sitting in front of you and I'm wearing these.
Right.
These frames say something completely different than these.
Wow, man. Like you completely changed your look just with your eyewear.
And those say something different than these. The guy you're on the show with, O'Shea, on the Brother Pill, he's changed his complete look up just by throwing on frames. and honestly, when I first talked to O'Shea, I was like, one of the things you could do to switch up your look.
Look at you, frame right now.
Just changing, and each one of these frames say something a little bit different.
What about a guy like me who doesn't normally wear glasses?
I got you. So the aviators I had on, the sunglasses. So we would go from this to that.
Yeah, those are clean, man. I'm actually trying to step up my game on my show because I see O'Shea kind of does it. He kind of makes a mockery out of it. He's got the Nick glasses on or whatever. But I mean, you can only go so far with the wife beater and the, I mean, you don't want to be comfortable, but hey, I mean, you got to look good too, right?
Or you can go to something like this as a transition. So in the office, they're clear, but when I go outside, this lens turns into a sunglass. This is actually a converted pair of sunglasses, and I turned them into optical. So instead of having to switch glasses indoors and outdoors, this is an indoor and outdoor pair. You don't have to have prescription lenses in these things. You can get a prescription pair and just turn them into a pair of sunglasses. And the reason I stepped through all that is to show guys how different my face looked with each one of these glasses.
I'm telling you, it's like you're being a transformer. Like, I don't know if you guys remember Transformer. There was a transformer named Six Shot, and it did 6 different things. Like, that's what you just did.
So, and you can, as a man, one pair of glasses will always work. This black horn rim pair of glasses works any decade, any season, any reason. And then that first pair of glasses, that aviator, will always work. Now, regardless as to where you live, you can always have footwear, frames, and fragrance, and then just be out of the door. But we're in the fall, and the fall is my favorite season because you get to wear one item that is quintessentially masculine and rugged. I'm about to show you guys that now.
Okay.
Well, when I started the show out,
I
actually took this off, but Donovan saw this. You saw this.
Oh yeah.
When I first got on the channel. This is a denim jacket. This is a blazer. This is more my style personality. It would work for Donovan, but would it work for everybody? I'm not sure. But the next 2 items every guy needs to have in his wardrobe.
Okay.
Ready? Let's go. All right. Every guy needs to have in his wardrobe a brown,
oh my God,
bomber type jacket, or I actually use this as it's more of a moto jacket.
Yeah.
A brown suede jacket of some sort. Look at how well that works on this canvas. This black and brown, and this is perfect this time of year. Suede is more important, especially in a brown. This is the second most important jacket you need, but the first one is this one.
Yeah, the jacket. Yeah, Fitness for Life says that jacket is cold. Hell yeah, that jacket is clean as a motherfucker.
I'm living my best life. I'm not going back and forth with you fools.
I'm gonna get to listen. I see all your questions in the
most important jacket every guy has is this one.
Oh, there it is. That's what you need right there.
It's the black leather jacket.
Yes, sir.
The black leather jacket is quintessentially masculine, sexy, and makes everybody's style personality just look good. This
like everybody can wear a leather jacket. You just said it, regardless of what your style personality is.
So, and honestly, what I just did is I just connected with Donovan. His style leans more bad boy. Everything that I put on before, he can appreciate. But this is probably one of the few things that he could say, I could wear this because it is a black leather jacket. It's bad boy. It's every style's version of bad boy. So black jeans, black leather jacket, quintessentially masculine. And how you wear it with your frames says it all. You don't want to wear this look with some Poindexter rims.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Yep. There you go.
So that's why I brought all this stuff out. So you could see it. And then when somebody sees that from afar and they get up on you and you're smelling good, they're like,
I need to talk to this guy.
Check, please. Yeah, they're done. They've chosen you. At that point, all you have to do is not fuck it up.
There you go. Just don't trip. Let's go to the phone lines here. Area code 240. Thanks for holding, man. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you already know what's up, man. It's Ray from PG.
Hey, Ray from PG. What's going on, man? Prince George's County out there.
Man.
In the merry land.
Yeah, you already know. Everything is everything, man. I'm glad that you have Mr. Samuels on just because this is something that I take serious. I have a story to tell. When I was 25, I bought my first suit. I was so excited. I was at the tailor, and I was just excited. You know, you could just tell it was radiant. So when I actually wore the suit, I had to go to school that day.
Right.
When I stepped out of the car, from the time that I actually left school that day, I had countless compliments. I was talking to girls, and because because of me wearing this suit, it's like I transformed to something, to say the least. I got at least like 4 numbers that day.
Right.
And this is only because, man, they were like, you know, when you're wearing a suit, their vocabulary changes. Instead of, oh, you look good or something, it's like, oh, you look nice.
Oh, all right. Yeah, all that shit.
And I never forget my teacher. I had a presentation. That's why I had a presentation that day. That's why I actually wore my suit. So I get in there, I take off my pea coat. I had the belt, the master shoes with the watch. And my teacher was just like, oh, okay, Mr. Betancourt, you're smelling good. You know, that's another thing. You know, the scent game. You have to step. If you're a grown man and you're still wearing Curve and Cool Water, come on, man.
Jupe.
You know, you
Barrett.
You can't. I mean, that's old school, but you know,
hell yeah, college days.
Game up, man. You know, I don't play no games with the perfumes that Molly, you know, Creed, an older woman, she introduced me to Creed
by Killian.
Have to have your suit game, your cologne game, your dress shoe game up. If you're a grown man and you're still wearing sneakers, not just wrong with wearing sneakers and stuff like that, but you have to have your dress game.
Grown man shoes.
It's a must. It's a necessity.
Ray, real quick, man. Real quick. You said the suit was clean. The teacher was impressed. You fucked the teacher, didn't you?
No, actually, I did it, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not gonna lie about it. But you know, at least 2 of the girls that gave me that number that day, I was in the mix.
That's what's up.
In the mix. Matter of fact, one that week I was smashing her, and this is all because, like, hey Donovan, when I tell you I got out that car, remember Nicolas Cage on Face Off?
Yes,
he was and his jacket, that was like me. That's how I felt.
Damn.
After wearing this suit.
Castor Troy, I think was his name.
But yeah, hey, Castor Troy, man, you already know what time it is,
I already
man.
know,
I'm about
bro.
to go ahead and smash up, man. Hey, Donovan, you already know what time it is. I'm a disciple of Donovan, teaching these red pill truths. Keep doing what you're doing, Mr. Samuels. Hey, man, I fool with your channel too, man. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Dude, appreciate it.
PG, ladies and gentlemen, dropping that knowledge. Hey, listen, he makes a great point, man. And again, I'm not a suit guy, but I know that there will be a time where I have to wear a suit. My presentation for the 21 convention next year, I might just wear a suit. You know what I mean? Just to come off a little more clean, depending upon what the subject matter is. But I think that every man should own at least one suit.
All you need is one. You know, well-cut dark suit. And then every style personality has their version of a suit that's not a suit. Meaning, if you're a corporate style personality, that kind of thing, yeah, if you're in a suit most of the time, you're going to own more than one suit. But there has to be something for a man that's not sweats or athletic wear and not a suit. See, what I'm wearing right now was, I call it the canvas. Black pants. Those pants could have been jeans, or they could have been trousers. It could have been a black long sleeve t-shirt. In this case today, it's a cashmere sweater. I could throw that jacket I had on before. I could have the leather jacket, or I could throw that jacket on that's behind me and still look good. Now, the shoes I have on right now, they're like a motorcycle boot. But for this particular outfit, I throw on like this black suede-like boot.
Okay, so that is suede. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're ready to go out.
Hell yeah.
And the thing is, for a man, my wardrobe is not massively large. I have a lot of different shoes and a lot of different frames, but the canvas I paint on is very small. It's just, when I throw this jacket on versus for the brown one, you got a different feel. Versus the blue one, it's a different feel. Versus the white one, it's a different feel. That's because they fit my style personality. Where did I invest most of the money? Footwear, and in my frames. Okay. And then, like this jacket right here, it's an investment item.
Right.
I don't need a lot of black leather jackets, but the one I put on, I need it to fucking stop traffic for me. So I will put more money. I will put more money in this than I will put into this damn sweater. Let me show you one more thing. Hold them up. keep them going while I show something else.
No, I got you. I think I've got C in Vegas on the line. I'm going to get to you in just a second. Area code 865. I'm going to get to you in a second. Let me see what questions I've got here. Yeah, Lorenzo Davis. I see your question about Armani being a good cologne for 50-year-old men. We're going to ask him as soon as he gets back. Wute Samaj has a couple of questions in here, so we're gonna get to all your questions here in a minute. Again, you guys are listening to TSR Live with Donovan Sharpe with special guest Kevin Samuels. You guys can check him out by kevinsamuels.com. He's a fashion and image consultant. He's definitely one of the foremost leaders in fashion and imaging and image consulting. You guys can definitely check out his YouTube channel. I put it in the chat. I'm also going to put it in the description. Guys, listen, the guy knows his shit. You guys need to book your image consultant. And listen, it's a free, what is it, 15-minute consultation. Definitely
right
worth the time.
So, like, for you going to speak at the 21 convention, a killer blazer would do the job.
Right.
You got a fitted black t-shirt and throw on this, and you would look dressed up.
There you go.
I mean, a suit is just a pants and a jacket made out of the same material.
And with a tie, that's it.
And honestly, we're trending so much so not wearing ties. You can throw on a white t-shirt, some dark denim jeans, and throw on a blazer or a jacket or a sports coat, all the same thing, interchangeable language, and look great and still casual and dressed down.
It's so simple, man.
It's so simple. So simple.
Questions here. Lorenzo Davis says, Mr. Kevin, is Armani a good cologne for a 50-year-old man to wear?
50?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 50.
Okay.
I'll be 50 in March.
All right. Honestly, I thought you were about my age. I thought you were like 45, 46 years old.
Yeah, see.
Black don't crack.
And I've still fucked women in their 20s. Oh. And that's the beautiful thing, being my age. Another thing about men's style, so many men have not had a roadmap to actually go from teens to their 30s, 40s, and 50s. That's why we tend to dress down, because we don't see men's style being something to aspire to. It's like, I don't want to, it's either I'm going to be a hot young dude or you're a fucking granddad. No, there has to be something in between. Right. And at my age, I'm getting them coming and going.
Okay.
I'm getting them coming and going because we're my age. They know in order to fuck with me, they got to have their shit together. I'm not dealing with troglodytes. And you got to be at least an 8 in my age range to fuck around with me. And then younger women are like, oh, you smell good. Da, 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 da. Have fun with them too.
There you go.
And it's all on my terms. Guys, dressing like a modern, I talked about this the other day, dressing like a modern savage is always going to work. A modern savage is a gentleman warrior scholar. That's all it is. Yep. Being a man who can, and you look like a man who can handle his shit in the bedroom, in the boardroom, and on the beach.
Or in the octagon.
That's it. And damn sure in that point. And if you got, that's another subject, but if you guys don't know how to fight, you need to learn.
I agree. I totally agree. Got another question here from Big Wute Samaj says, what brand are those aviators? I need something that fits a larger head.
Company called Dita, D-I-T-A, and these are Talon. What you really need to do is go on to a website. Is it Eyeglass USA or Easy Contacts USA? They have a program where you can actually upload. You can take a picture of your face, and it can actually digitize your face, and it shows you the optimum frames for your face. See, that's another thing. Sunglasses and all these other kind of things. Your face is different. So if you have a fuller face, you're going to need a bigger lens, and then knowing your pupil distance. That's why it is so important. Even when I was on Obsidian's channel the other day, hiring a professional, they know all this stuff. So at a glance,
right?
I said this before, and I'll say it again. After 25 years old, you should, if on your purpose, doing your shit. Hopefully, your time is worth more than your money. Knowing what to do, even if you got to spend a couple of $100 just to have somebody point you in the right direction, knowing what not to do is more important. Do I have a book out for age range 30? Not a book, but I'm working on it.
Okay. Let's go. I'm going to go back and forth. Let's go to the phone lines. I think this is C in Vegas. Thanks for holding, man. You're on live with Donovan.
Hey, Donovan, it's mine.
Oh, Pine. It's Pine in Vegas with the Vegas phone number. Pine, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Not much. Just calling to give you both a shameless plug because I've done consultations with both.
Yes, he
You both
has.
have stepped up my game tremendously.
Good.
What's going on?
What's going on, Kevin? Hey, thanks for turning me on to the Magnani shoes.
Oh yeah.
Pairs of the monks, and I was wearing them. I was wearing them at the 21 convention, and just last weekend I was presiding over a wedding in a suit that I had to build on the fly, which I used one of your videos for. So thank you very much.
There you go, man. Magnani is the best. Actually, they're flying me out to Barcelona to their plant because I talk about them so much. Mongjani, as it's pronounced, apparently. I call it Magnani. That's what it looks like to me. They're the best shoe value for the money, in my opinion.
Also, I had a big hit the other day. I was wearing Sharpe for l'homme into a Chick-fil-A, and I got a compliment.
Wait, Pine, hold on. Say that again one more time. I want to make sure Kevin can hear this. Pine, say that one more time. What did you wear into a Chick-fil-A?
Jacques for l'homme.
Oh yeah, that's the one I made famous.
Listen, I have no idea either what you guys are talking about. I'll let you guys do that. Great.
Well, it's a fragrance that's under $30. I've been wearing it for 20 plus years, and it is just killer. It is just killer. It is just killer. This is Mongjani. So like this shoe, Donovan, a pair of blue jeans and a white t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
That just kills the game. Again, it's that cognac color brown that every guy can wear. You can be a fucking lame and look good in this stuff. and it will up your cool points, up your style points, and make you feel better. And here's the funny thing. Even if you don't believe it, people around you will be like, no, you look good. You smell good. And it just does something for the dude.
Good stuff, man. I'm going to leave Pine on the line here for just a second here. Pine, did you have anything else?
No, I just wanted to big the shout out to you guys and thank you both for everything you've done. Absolutely. And, thanks to Kevin for getting me turned on some great fragrances like Molecule 1.
Oh, yeah.
New York Oud. Where I love that stuff.
Yeah, he's got all my classics there, man.
And Pine is high profile, man. If you guys want to meet Pine in person, I'm actually going to have Pine on an episode next week. Why your diet doesn't work. Pine is the foremost expert in the keto diet, and he is also he's also worked security for the 21 convention. He was literally the security director, so you guys will get to meet him in person next year. So thanks for calling in, Pine, and I'll be in touch with you soon, brother.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
All right, man.
Thanks to Kevin.
No problem. Later.
Man, that guy knows his shit. Like that guy is more knowledgeable about the keto diet than anything. Kevin Ibanez says, so to start revamping your style, where do you start first?
Shoes.
Okay. Well, now that was easy. So if you want to, and I don't know, maybe you're better suited to answer this. So if you want to restart your, if you're looking to revamp your style, the 3 Fs, footwear, frames, and fragrance. Mm-hmm. Those are good places to start, and you can just fill everything else in. Does that sound about right?
And you want to start at the footwear. The footwear is the foundation to everything. Again, you can wear jeans and a t-shirt. They're going to be Levi's jeans and a Hanes t-shirt.
Shout out to Rico911, by the way, with the $5 donation. If you guys want to donate to the show, I don't take Super Chat because YouTube takes 30% off the top. That's their right. Streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. I'm putting it in the chat now. Streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. Shout out to Rico1911 for the $5 donation. Go ahead, Kevin.
So you could be wearing just blue jeans from Levi's. You could wear a Hanes Fruit of the Loom t-shirt like Tom Ford does when he's at home, and throw on these Magnani Chelsea boots and look so much better than you would with some run over the side New Balance. They could even be simple Stan Smiths, but as long as they're clean. Starting with shoes, boots and double monk straps are 2 sexy shoes that men get a hell of a lot of mileage in. Screw lace ups. I don't want to say screw lace ups. Lace ups you don't need to really focus on those at first. If I was a guy starting out going from athletic wear, I would grab a pair of black Chelsea boots. I would grab a pair of brown or cognac color like this double monk strap shoes. Right. Then I go grab another pair of boots like this time of year, whether it's a work boot. Hell, somebody in the chat room said Timberland. Timberlands work for streetwear or streetwear kind of style or rugged style personality. Okay. What you're really focusing on is getting if you get good shoes, trust me, if you get good shoes and you want to put more money in your shoes, don't pay retail though. Like those boots retail for $600. I paid $219 for them.
Wow. Okay.
And I had them in 2 days.
And you'll have them for forever. You'll have them for a while.
I've had some of my shoes up to 20 years. Take care of your stuff, they'll take care of you. See, I believe that we're dressing men. So like these glasses, these Dita glasses, yeah, they were $300, but I only need this pair. I have all this because I'm an image consultant and I change my looks up. But this is the only pair I would need. And you know what? If you're dropping in your clothes and fucking up your clothes like that, you would take better care of your stuff if you put a little bit more thought into it. I'm not even going to say money because I'm not a brand whore.
For you.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, Chase LeBeau, who we just talked to. Hopefully he wasn't out there in Bankhead with his blinging ass niggas. He says, where does the Kangol Tropic 504 hat fit in with the rugged or bad boy life, the bad boy style? That's the Kangol Tropic 504 hat.
Again,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Is that which hat? I mean, I don't know which hat he's specifically talking about, but see, here's the thing.
Hold on, I'm putting in the link.
See, but I will say this before I answer those kind of questions. I always like to know, how do you know your style personality is what it is? See, a lot of times guys will come and say, well, how do I do this for the bad boy style personality? How do you know your style is bad boy? Well, I want it to be. It doesn't matter if you want it to be. If it's not you, out of these style personalities, would you want to be boss? Would you want to be European? Would you want to be Americana? Would you want to be adventurer? Would you want to be streetwear? Would you want to be bad boy? Would you want to be prepster? Would you want to be player? Or would you want to be rake? Most guys are going to say, I want to be boss or I want to be bad boy. Some younger guys are going to be like, I'd rather have more hip hop style, streetwear. But who actually picks prepster? Most people don't pick prepster. Right. But that is a lot of people's style personality. Every guy wants to feel, the word bad boy just has that countercultural edge to it. Yeah. But it doesn't make sense for everybody. I am not a bad boy style personality. I just am not. It will come off as disingenuous, try hard, and incongruent. If I wore Donovan's handcuff necklace, it would make sense for me. And it doesn't matter that I have 3 black belts and I fight full contact. That's not my fucking style.
Listen, you got to be a hothead like me, right? You got to be look everybody in the eye. That's really the only way to pull that off. By the way, the Kangol Tropic 504 hat is what everybody refers to as the Kangol. It's the Samuel L. Jackson wears it a lot. I know it's big. I mean, I knew it was big.
Hold on.
I knew it was big in New York City back in the 90s. I know Biggie. Now Biggie wore it the forward way. So yeah, Chase. I don't know, and honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if my style personality is the bad boy, whatever. But maybe you're thinking the bad boy label, right? Maybe he was a part of bad boy. Maybe him bad boy. I don't know. But no, I wouldn't wear that. And I've got, I guess, according to Kevin, I've got the bad boy style personality. Me personally, I wouldn't wear that. So
there's always a newsboy kind of style hat
right there.
Okay, so this is more. It's a newsboy, is what it's called.
Okay.
So this is a denim newsboy, but this fits my style personality. And a newsboy that will fit for Donovan would be something like a denim. Or could even be like a rugged kind of tweed look, a corduroy, but it would fit his style aesthetic. That particular style of hat, that's like saying a fedora. Fedoras to be in a bad boy style personality, we need to have a zipper on them or something that's going to be a little bit countercultural.
Okay.
Versus for a boss, they would need to be made out of rabbit or fur felt.
Okay.
And all these different, but again, it's still a fedora. Aren't you in Vegas?
No, I'm actually in Philly now.
Philly. Okay. So the last piece I forgot, because somebody mentioned a car coat or a pea coat.
Oh, that was Ray and PG. He had on the pea coat for his presentation.
Every guy needs to have what I consider is a car coat or a pea coat. A pea coat
would look good with the hat, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See,
this is just a coat that's 3/4 lengths, and it cuts off right, halfway between my crotch and my knee.
Okay.
And this is just worn at car length. Not everybody's going to be in a climate to where they need a big, heavy overcoat. Right. But you got to have something that's warmer than those leather jackets. Okay. And like I say, I like to show the car coat because you see that's black, one's brown, and this is gray. Okay. You want to change up your outerwear and put a little bit more personality into it, because your clothing items don't need to be boring.
Right. Obviously. Right.
Even your seasonal stuff. So all right, that's what that is. Cool.
Let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 865. You're on live with Donovan and Kevin.
Hey, what's up, Donovan?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. I had a question. I don't know if it's off topic. I don't know what the topic of y'all show is, but I've been trying to incorporate the red pill and dealing with better quality women. I had a question. I was wondering, like, how do you deal with like the women that's kind of picky on eating? Like, is that okay to compromise with them?
You said picky about eating?
Compromise, but I feel like I'm compromising too much.
Okay. What are you you said women who are picky about eating, or women who are just picky in general?
I mean, they're picky all the way around, but I've knocked out a lot of things. But the eating part kind of get a little too picky on the eating part, like going out to eat, stuff like that.
Okay. I can actually answer the first part of this question, and then Kevin can answer the second part of this question, because we're actually talking about what do your clothes say about you as a man. So we've got image consultant Kevin Samuels on the show, and I think that what will cut down what will sort of get past a lot of picky women is the way you dress, and I'll let Kevin answer that question. In terms of women who are picky about what they eat, that's on them, right? And you're probably the kind of guy who, and I used to be this way too. The first thing that I would advise you to do is never allow her to pick the restaurant. Number one, women want to know. Women like a man with a plan. Women don't want to pick the date. They don't want to make the plans. They don't want to do the schedule. They want a man. They just want to sit back, look good, relax, suck dick, go home, and that be that. But if you're running into women who are picky about what they eat, what you do is you order for them, but you order what they tell you to. So let's say you're sitting at a restaurant with a woman, and she's like, well, I don't eat this and I don't eat that and blah, 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 blah. I mean, listen, there's nothing that you can do about that. At some point she's going to have to eat something. And if she really is too picky, just make fun of her. Be like, well, are you going to eat anything? And you don't have to have an attitude about it, but I think what I'm trying to tell you is just don't give too much credence to that. Don't say, now here's what you absolutely should not do. Don't try to correct it. Well, what about this? Well, no, that's too hot. Well, what about that? Well, no, that's too cold. If you're women who are way too picky about what they eat at restaurants, pay them no attention. If they're hungry enough, they will figure something out. So don't put too much time and effort on a woman's complaints. A woman who is complaining to you about eating, that's a shit test. Yep. We as men, we want to fix things. This is what we do. This is one of those things where you just need to step back. If you're at a restaurant with a woman, and this better be the 5th or 6th date after you have fucked her 5 or 6 times, well, I don't like this and I don't like that and I don't like this, dude. Pay no attention to her. as a matter of fact, you can be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go with the steak and potatoes, and I'm gonna do this and blah 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 blah. Just let me know what you want to eat, and I'll relay that to the waiter or waitress.
You know, my question would be this: you should know what this woman. If she's going out on a date, you should already know that before you go out.
Right.
Because, like Donovan said, I'm not taking any broad out that I'm not in a relationship with. I'm not taking you out to dinner.
Nope.
And before I decide to be in a relationship with you, I'm damn sure fucked you. We've had sex, and I know what your temperament is. If you're a vegetarian, okay, cool. I'll decide if I just want to date a vegetarian. Maybe I don't want to do that. I'm not going to sit back and go someplace and have her dictate shit to me. I've done that in my simping days, and that shit does nothing for me.
Oh, no.
If I'm taking you out, it's because I'm treating you. And you're going to fucking sit there and tell me what I no. So maybe the question that I think the answer is better vetting up front.
Not only that, Kevin, I believe that the better you're dressed, I think the more well-behaved women are with you. And listen, you are the quintessential example of that. If you're dressed like an ain't shit nigga, bitches are going to treat you like an ain't shit nigga. So if you show up to a date or a meetup dressed like Kevin, if you've been fucking her for, a week and a half or so, and you decide, okay, she's been a good woman, I think I'll take her out on a dinner date, and you show up dressed like Kevin, she might have complaints about the food, but she's not going to vocalize it to you because you look like you're about your shit. So if she is a vegetarian, or if she does have an allergy to peanuts, just like, you know what? I'm going to do the chicken salad without the chicken. And by the way, area code 865, I have a peanut allergy. So make sure that, if you would ask the waiter or waitress, is there any peanut oils or peanut in there? But the main thing is dress the part, and don't feed into their emotional shenanigans. If women are picky about what they eat, fine. They're women. They're supposed to be picky. But at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about a woman's eating preferences. But do not succumb to the pressure that comes with, okay, well, if she's going to be a picky eater, let me let her pick the restaurant. I can promise you she will have even more complaints because she picked the restaurant. She's not going to be relaxed. Thanks for the call.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, is there like three main things? Like, I guess it'd be better quick. Three main things they don't need to compromise with when it comes to eating. Like, I mean, with girls I'm dating.
Huh?
I didn't say that last part again.
I said this like three main things that I need to do, like to not compromise with when it comes to eating.
Okay.
I mean, with girls, you date, you fucking, and and they sucking and stuff. So
sure. And listen, and again, I'll just sum it up like this: what she eats or doesn't eat has absolutely no bearing on your relationship or lack thereof with her.
That's right.
It has. I mean, listen, if she's a picky eater, fine. You're going to order what you order. I actually got a comment in the chats. Doyen says, I would just order my own food. And whenever she's ready to order hers, tell her, tell the server, if she takes too long, I'm done eating, I'll call for the check. Right. I mean, again, and I know that this is a concern, but trust me when I tell you, if you're dating a woman who is a picky eater, it is inconsequential. If anything, if she's a picky eater, she's much more likely than not to stay in good shape. And that's what this is. Thanks for the call, area code 865. Area code 404, I see you in the queue. I see another, there's somebody else in the queue, and I've tried to bring them on. It's giving me all sorts of letters and numbers. I've tried to bring them on. It's not letting me do it. But area code 404, I'm going to get to you in just a second. Got another question here from area code 205, who is Fitness for Life. He said, what about belts, Kevin? I struggle with belts and where to buy brim type hats and belts.
Okay. So belts, I like Bailey's of Hollywood. They have a variety of hats for all style personalities at reasonable prices. And as far as belts, don't wear them with suits. Actually, I'm getting away from wearing so many belts because, belts do one thing. They make a line in your clothing, and there's a point of delineation. If you're wearing belts, you need to be wearing belts with like more casual clothes, like jeans, with some trousers. But and I'm gonna take it out here. If you're in the gym and you're working out and you have your body is, proportioned well, tuck your pants. You do better. Like this sweater I'm wearing right now, I tuck my sweater in my trousers. I don't wear a belt.
Okay. Okay.
Because it first of all, belts are a new thing. So the answer for my question is I'm not even wearing belts so much, but also because I'm in a better shape, I can tuck my shirt and I look good that way too.
Okay.
If you want to wear a belt, make sure it's the same color and the same leather as your shoes and the same finish. I mean, don't wear glossier shoes and then wear a duller belt.
That's hard to do, right? And I think that's where a lot of guys have problems with belts. Your belt has to match your shoes, and it's hard to get. Now with blacks, it's pretty standard. It's just blacks. But when you're talking about browns, if you've got the leather double monk strap shoes, it's going to be hard to wear a belt that matches your shoes that also matches that jacket, right?
Well, then there are companies that make belts that have this latching system to where you can actually change the belt and the buckle out at the same time. Let me go ahead and drop this in the chat room to where you don't have to spend a shit ton of money on belt systems. I think I showed on the last time I was on here, men's belt systems. Anson belts without holes. So Anson belt, you can like get 3 belts and 2 buckles, and that gives you 6 different belts. So you can get a brown leather, black leather, gray leather, and then get 2 buckles. And you can change the buckle with these 3, this with these 3. And you can keep on mixing and matching. See, you don't want to put a tremendous amount of money into belting and things. The belts are some of the last things you buy.
Right. Okay.
You put money into your shoes and then get that one well-cut dark suit. This time of the year, we're talking about outerwear. So get a killer leather jacket and, and then that kind of stuff. The belts will kind of come along.
Second part of the question, where to buy brim type hats?
Brims, Bailey's of Hollywood.
Okay.
Bailey's of Hollywood. See, brims, that's a broad thing. Most guys are calling fedora brim, but Bailey of Hollywood. I like the Poet series, but in Bailey, they have like 200 plus hats. You can pick, choose, mix, and match.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. I got another question here. By the way, a couple of compliments. William Free says that's a nice blazer.
Thank you.
Nick says, oh my God, that works so well in Europe. And I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm assuming it's everything that he's seen. Trav Hawkins wants, and I said, Donovan and Kevin, what is your take on fitted and bucket hats?
Fitted hats, again, that's more of that hip hop street style.
Okay.
Most guys aren't really wearing hats these days.
Okay.
The only style personality that really focuses a lot on hats is that hip hop street. And here's the disconnect for that. If you're not in the industry, if you're not a rapper or a musician and you wearing fitted and all that other kind of stuff, past age 25, you're working against yourself because that is a more youthful style.
Okay.
It's like guys get mad at me, but the truth is Black men tend to try to hold on to this far too long. Our first show was the whole drop the Jordan thing.
Yes.
The Jordans are only in this style personality. And there is no group of men anywhere that fights to hold on to a youthful style expression. But we have all been in a club and seen an old dude in the club like, what the fuck's he doing here? Like, you're 40 and still fucking around with, 21 and up, Like, dude, graduate on up. Even like Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons is in hip-hop. He has graduated his style. Jay-Z's gone from Hawaiian shirts to the whole, when he was doing the Big Pimp and stuff, now he has a more adult style expression. He's a big Tom Ford wearer. To answer the question about that hat thing, is really, it fits a small segment. And if your style personality is not authentically hip-hop street, you would do better finding your real style personality and just doubling down on that.
Good stuff, man. Real quick, Rico1911 wants to know what your Streamlabs link is. We can drop something in the tin there for you. While you work,
I think somebody put it in there already.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Kevin Ibanez wants to know what kind of pants go with cameo jackets. That's a very good question.
Camouflage jackets. Jeans work with everything.
Okay.
Jeans work with camo jackets, but again, I'm going to go back to the same thing. Camouflage jacket. very, very not very functional. Not very functional, and certainly not long term.
No, definitely. I think it's got more of a militia type.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said it said cameo. I've never heard of a cameo jacket, but camo jackets, you don't.
Cameo. I don't know what a cameo jacket is. I don't know what he's talking about. But
that's cool. I actually met up with him in DC. He's just trying to find his way here. Let's see. Hang on one second. I thought I had some. Okay, perfect. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. Area code 404. You're on live with Kevin and Donovan.
What's going on? What's going on? How your brothers doing today?
Doing good, man.
Good.
That's good. That's good. Actually, you guys kind of just talked about my question. My question was about to be about Jordans, because I know in the past you guys have talked a lot about why men shouldn't wear Jordans, and I never watched those particular videos as to why men shouldn't wear Jordans. Because personally, and not because of this, but personally, I wear. Now now it may be different because I'm a young guy. I'm 21.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm a young guy.
Yeah, right.
But I wear Jordans, Kobe's, KD's, Kyrie. I like basketball shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, why is it? Because I want to know why you guys, especially specifically for Kevin too, because you're an image consultant. Why is it that you say that black men should stop wearing Jordans and basketball shoes and fitteds and stuff like that? Because I wear a lot of that myself personally.
But you're 21.
He's 21. Yeah, that's the answer.
So you're 21. So let me answer that question. You're 21. 21 is the age where you can dress at H&M, ASOS, and you can wear trendy stuff. At 21, you can wear a faux hawk. At 21, you can wear a long line tee. At 21, you can wear Yeezys. At 21, you can wear Ultra Boost. At 21, you can wear Supreme and Off-White. You can wear all these trends. But the closer you get to 25, you got to start turning back off of that stuff, because no matter what age you are, you will at one day be a 30-year-old man. And at age 30, you reach the age of respect. Black men already have an inherent problem, like it or not, being respected by all other groups of men. You are at the bottom. There is an article written by a young black writer who worked for BuzzFeed talking about, he did his own style experiment. I will put the link in the chat room. And he's talked about how he went Monday through Friday to the same places doing the same things at the same time. And he chronicled day in and day out how differently he was treated when he was wearing Jordans and that kind of stuff versus when he was just dressed business casual or more appropriate. He was dressed appropriate for his style, personality, and his age, but he just wasn't wearing ath and streetwear. And what he noticed is he got treated 180 degrees different. At the end of the article, you can actually read how his own internal dialogue. I don't like this because it's uncomfortable. It's bougie. I feel it's this. I feel it's that. I feel it's this. But it was all about how he felt about what that stuff looked like. Now, the treatment, he got treated so much better just being more appropriately being dressed like a damn man versus dressing like a youth. Right. You're 21. If you were 30, this would be a different conversation.
And here's another thing. Okay. I'm 41. I am literally twice your age. I wore a pair of Jordans today. Devin worked from home today, and we had some errands to run. So I wore a nice pair of jeans. I wore a t-shirt. I wore my watch, threw on a pair of Jordans. Of course, listen, beard was tight, made sure I was smelling good, but I wasn't really there to impress anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't trying to give off an image. So when we say I think what we said is don't wear Jordans if you want to be taken seriously, right? If you're just out with your homeboys, you're hanging out, or if you're running errands with your girlfriend at the age of 41, yeah, by all means, you can wear Jordans all you want to, but Jordans, just like any other type of shoe or footwear, it really depends upon where you are, what you're doing, and what the purpose is. And the older you get, the less you will find out that it's really not appropriate to wear. Not appropriate, but the older you get, the more situations you find yourself in where wearing Jordans just isn't really what you should do.
Well, I could have easily said flip-flops. Right. But here's the thing, and most people who are this is really pushed towards the sneakerhead.
Yes,
there are people who come to my channel who watch that broadcast flamed me and couldn't stand me until they realized what I was saying. Don't have 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 90 pair of Jordans and not have one well-cut dark suit. There are men who come to my channel who had upwards of 75 pair of sneakers and did not have dress shoes.
Right.
That is a damn problem because you have no balance. You're leaning too far in one side.
Let's say you are, listen, now, if you are a sneakerhead, or if you're a guy who collects shoes and you go to conventions, yeah, by all means, that's the proper place to wear them. So, I mean, listen, I just bought a pair of Jordans for $75, $89 plus $89 with tax. So again, and I guess, you know, I didn't want to be hyperbolic, but it's not that if you wear Jordans, no one will take you seriously. It's just that it really depends upon the situation. And you're a young guy. You can wear Jordans wherever you want. But just like Kevin said, the closer you get to 30, and Rollo Tomasi, who's the godfather of the red pill, says men don't become men until they're 30. So listen, by all means, enjoy your 20s, man. Wear them out. Don't throw them away. But when you turn 30, when you get to be 30, 35, when you start coming into your own as a man, wear the Jordans with your homeboys when you're out doing whatever. Just understand that the older you get, the less you're going to have to wear them again if you want to be taken seriously. Thanks for the call, area code 404. That's actually a really good question. And it's good that he cleared that up, because I think a lot of guys they read the title. Oh
my God!
Not wearing Jordans. Listen, Rollo Tomasi asked, "Is Donovan trying out for Dolomite today?" Yes.
Dragonfly Jones.
Dude, all I need is the afro, and I would totally be Jim Kelly.
Right.
So, Dragonfly Jones. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we got one more caller here because I got to be on the brother pill in 20 minutes. Area code 865. You're on live with Donovan and Kevin.
Hey, I was just listening.
Okay.
Hello?
He said he's just listening.
Oh,
hello.
Oh, yep. Okay. All right. Very good. Oops. I accidentally hung up on him. My bad, 865. Call back if you're just listening.
Okay. You know, when it comes right down to, see, a lot of times guys have a problem with image and style because they feel like they're conforming.
Right.
Guys hate to be told what to do. So somebody comes on and say, "Hey man, you need to dress. You can't tell me what I got to do. I don't. You're right. I can't tell you what to do. But what I am saying is, whatever you decide to put on your body as a man, you got to choose the outcome. I'd say this: as a man, you need to think about what you're wearing as seriously as you would think about a tattoo you put on your body, because I could have a tattoo. I could have a badass dragon on an 18-inch bicep. That's going to say one thing. But if I have a fucking Minnie Mouse, it's going to say another thing. It's still a tattoo. It's communication. And like with your style personality, Jordan's working the bad boy style personality. Because the bad boy style personality is based around rebellion. Rebellion is what it's based around. You know what? You know what will be the version of Jordan's in the bad boy style personality? Fucking black wingtip Oxfords.
Ooh.
That would be the thing that would stick out like a sore thumb. If you busted up in a pair of fucking pleated slacks with cuffs, a polo shirt, and a pair of black wingtip Oxfords, I wouldn't know who the hell Donovan Sharpe was. I'd be like, what the fuck is he wearing? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, Kevin, I appreciate you making time for us tonight, man. A lot of my guys ask me all the time, "Hey, when is Kevin coming back on?" And I mean, dude, Kevin and I, it's funny, ever since, like I said, you were on episode 140. And ever since then, we both, of course, I lost my YouTube channel, but I was close to, I think I was a little over 10,000 subscribers. I've got over 500 patrons now, and people certainly know who I am. You're a hard guy to get a hold of because you're flying to Paris to go to some plant for some shoemaker I can't pronounce. So it's hard for you and I to get up with each other, but we have each other's phone numbers. And listen, man, I think we owe it to the audience to do a little more of these collabs every once in a while, man. These are always very educational, not only for my guys, but for me. Like, I learn just as much as you do.
Cool. I'm gonna try to put this link in the chat room. I don't know if I can because I'm not a moderator, but I'll just I'll put
in the chat and I'll make you a mod.
Okay, let's see if I can put it in there.
Yeah, I'll make you a mod channel. That way, if you're ever in the chat, you can see what's going on. King Nick wants to know, would you happen to have that BuzzFeed link?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to put in. That's what I was trying to put in. So if you make a mod, I'll just drop it.
Okay,
because that's not gonna fix it.
All right, yeah, just type testing, and I'll make you a mod, and I'll drop that link.
Okay.
Let's see. Somebody asked how much is a consultation. Guys, go to buykevinsamuels.com. Go to buykevinsamuels.com. And all right, you are officially modded. I dubbed thee a Star Towers moderator.
There we go.
Yeah, go to buykevinsamuels.com and you'll find out how much all of his consultations and everything are. King Nick also says flip-flops are just slap. Yeah, flip-flops are for the beach. Flip-flops are definitely for the beach.
There's the link to that BuzzFeed article. Really good reading, guys.
Okay.
And it's by a young black man in LA. So and I understand, and here's the thing. I understand why a lot of guys don't get image. Manhood has been under assault for the last 30 years.
Don't I know it?
And and baby boomers, my father's generation, they spent their time rebelling against the tradition of their fathers. The greatest generation is where a lot of Generation X people actually have to look back to for style. We had to emancipate our style because our fathers, if they were there, did not teach us. Didn't teach us how to shave, didn't teach us the benefits of classical men's fashion. We're 3 generations out from the last generation that actually took men's image as something serious. That's why a show like Mad Men resonated with so many people.
Yes.
You saw men dressing like men, doing man shit, drinking, smoking, slapping chicks on their ass, getting deals done.
Right.
We also noticed that men were dressed well. So Generation Z, the millennials, when the one after millennials, they're actually wanting to learn more about how to use their image as a tool to get what they want and still be able to dress comfortably. So there's this resurgence happening. And that's what that article represents. A young man who saw that he needed to have a different outcome, but he had to deal with his thought processes about how men's fashion or style looked. And when he really realized a lot of the ways men look at style is based a lot through how their mothers raised them. And that's a real disconnect. Your mama didn't value men, you can almost guarantee your sense of style is going to be less than a manhood standard.
Let me ask you one last question before we end this. And I think it's extremely important. A guy who I'm going to have on my show next week, his name is Jonathan. He's from modernlifedating.com. Mm-hmm. He and my girlfriend, Devin, have both told me on separate occasions the tide is beginning to turn. Mm-hmm. Feminism is on its way, or I don't think they said feminism is on its way out, but they said people are starting to wake up. People are starting to understand that feminism is no longer feminism. It is quite literally a hate group that promotes hate speech. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the way people dress? You just referenced Mad Men. That was a revolutionary television show that harkened back to the days where men dressed like men. They did man shit. They smoked, drank in the office. They're fucking their secretaries, et cetera, et cetera. What do you think about men's fashion? Is our guys, and again, it's not just men's fashion. This is your image. Mm-hmm. And fashion is a female term, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's this is image consulting. Mm-hmm. Kevin Samuels is not a fashion guy. He is an image consultant. He works on your image. Where do you think men's image is headed? Are we on the upswing? Are we on the downswing?
We're on the we're on the upswing. Fashion is temporary. Style is a lifetime. The way you dress is your style because that's who Donovan is. And now we're on the upswing because of the red pill movement, MGTOW, so many is stepping away. But what happens when men are part of red pill is not just learning female nature, it's also reaffirming your masculine nature. And a part of that is the way you present yourself to the world and how you present yourself to you. So now we're having more men finally for the first time, ask, what do you want? Why do you like what you like? Why do you do what you do? So guys are really tuning in and having permission to be men. This is a great time.
Okay.
Great time. And people are going to look back they're going to study the previous 4 years and the next 4 years, this 10-year window. They're going to study this for the next hundreds of years to come. We have undergone the largest change in human communication since the printing press. We're in the middle of it. We can't realize it, but we are literally building an airplane as we're flying it. This show is being beamed around the world. And guys, no matter what hovel they find themselves in, can find a little kernel of red pill truth to sustain them. Basically, what I'm saying is look good, smell great, be the best version of yourself each and every day for you. Not for a bitch, for you.
Right.
Be a man, dress like a man, do man shit for you. And if the broads come, they come. If not, they don't. But you still like who you see in the mirror. I don't remember that message being said in my lifetime.
Wow. Let me ask you something, Kevin. You're on Twitter, correct?
I'm on Twitter, but I'm not really on Twitter.
Okay. There's a guy that I'd like you to hook up with, man. His name is Tanner Guzzi.
Oh yeah, Tanner. Yeah. I'll be saying
already know all about him. Okay. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to get together because you guys are like, I mean, it's like men's image consultant overloads. Roger McAllen 3 says, Donovan, your live shows are getting better and better. Yeah, that's probably because I'm having more guests, right? So basically what Roger McAllen is telling me, hey, Donovan, when you shut the fuck up and let other people talk, your show gets better. I love it. Kevin, man, listen, as always, thank you for dropping this rock solid wisdom. I'm actually not going to put this show on Patreon. I'm going to let this stay right here on YouTube because I think a lot of guys need to understand that image. Andre Agassi said it best. I think back in the 1980s when he was the world's greatest tennis player, he says image is everything, man. And he's right. You know, people want to say, well, image isn't everything. It's what you have inside. No, people aren't going to know what you have inside unless they're interested in the outside. That's the world we live in. So Kevin, I appreciate you coming on with us today. Tell everyone where they can find you, how they can book you, etc.
You can find me at YouTube at bykevinsamuels.com or the website bykevinsamuels.com. And on the web, you can, and in the link on any video, you can find the links to the style consultation, Patreon, all that good stuff. I'm always around on YouTube. You'll find me. I'm out here doing that work.
You're the man, Kevin. Hey, again, thanks for making time for us tonight. If you guys want to see more of Donovan, Jim Kelly, Cobra Kai, whatever the case may be, Dragonfly Jones, I'm going to be on O'Shea's channel here in less than 10 minutes. I'm going to go eat some Halloween candy real quick because that's going to be my dinner. Hopefully I can keep that down. And I will see you guys in about 10 minutes. Take care, Kevin.
Peace. Later, guys.